Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to paint a pansy flower. This watercolor pansy tutorial is filmed in real time, not speed painted, so you can follow each step slowly and clearly. So step 1. Painting the yellow. I'm starting with the yellow center petals. I'm using a light transparent wash and keeping the paint soft and even. So at this stage I'm just blocking in the base color and leaving some lighter areas for highlights. And also adding a little darker yellow in the center so it gives a little bit of shadow, so it's not just a yellow wash. I let this layer dry before moving on to the next one. Step 2. Adding the pink purple colors. Now I'm painting the top petals with pink and purple mix. I started light and slowly build the color. Some blending where the petals meet, but I try not to overwork it. Watercolor looks best when we keep it fresh and loose. And then again, I'll let this layer dry before adding any darker details. Now step 3, building the darker values. So now I'm layering in the darker values in the center and along the folds of the petals. So this helps create depth and define the shape of the flower. I'm using a smaller brush and a more concentrated pigment to deepen the tones. And now I focus on the natural lines and shadows to enhance contrast and dimension. So now I'm just going to paint some of those lovely details of the pansy flower with that purplish pink. Gives it its unique character. Darker layer on those lovely pinkish purplish petals. some darker yellow fine lines to bring up those details on the flower. Now I'll be adding some fine lines with the darker purple to create those lines in the petals that we can see in the reference that I'm using. And it gives it that little charm of a petal. Now I add some little highlights in those petals. And now I'm adding those fine lines in the center of the pansy using a darker tone of purple. These small details bring the flower to life. I keep my brush stroke light and controlled. Sometimes less is more. just adding those darker lines there to create a more three-dimensional feeling to the flower. And now I gently add some shadows under the petals to give more dimension. So, and I think in this part it is done. And from here you can decorate it with some gold embellishments or some jelly pens, some color pencils, inks, whatever you like to use to embellish your painting. And now I'm using a white jelly pen to create some highlights on the flower and a waterproof black pen to create those shadows. And that's the finished Pansy. Layering from light to dark helps keep the colors clean and vibrant. I hope this simple step-by-step process helps you in your own watercolor practice. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Happy paintings! Bye!